A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man, it's Ashley. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Man, he coughed it up. God, big mistake, but here's the thing. I'm going to run my quarterback. I got to pick my spots, but he's got to understand when I can take hits, when I get in traffic, and I got to wrap that thing up. And I'm a running back, right? When I'm running these design quarterback runs, I got to take care of the football.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Thrust that arm out. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Making side adjustments here. A run for the quarterback. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run it left here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. A designed run for the quarterback. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's up ahead. He threw it right into the double coverage. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Unloads to the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Snags it quickly on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Second down coming up. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes! Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Here we go. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Quarterback on the keeper. Finding open areas. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He's in open space downfield. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And can't make the connection on the soft toss.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Ducks decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the gun, the inside give. Plows through the defense. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got a little space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
He's got it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Power football with the run. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Makes a move. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down and run. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, he leads it with the bat. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Takes a hit as he fires, and the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return. The coach might have preferred a fair catch. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Makes a connection. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Timeout, Oregon. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Got his man on the outside. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Toss to the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Play action on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Ashley.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Knights moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Fires on the move. Connection to the right. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. Creates a little space. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The Knights come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, UCF! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Still running at the 40. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he picks up what he can before stepping out of bounds at the end of the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They'll run the screen. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the RPO, complete. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knights! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Defense in press coverage. The give out of the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Flips it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Finds a tight end. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Oregon, 42. UCF, 21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense ready to go back to work. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number one beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed on the outside, it's Ashley. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Knights will hustle to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on third. Hauls it in. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Still on his feet.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
The Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Knights! And here they come, almost all the way back. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm. Yeah,
or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. Gashes the heart of the knee. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Five wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. The corners are walked up tight. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Blasted as he lets it go. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's out of bounds here on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it. He's got it down the right side. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. Now on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Oregon.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quick release by the QB. Still on his feet at the 45. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.